is Everyday Shenanigans. I told you I'd be back. Thanks for joining me and holding out. I didn't think it would take this long, but I wanted to double check everything before I got on to give my commentary. And I just got information from Nitra. Thank you, Nitra, who stays in the know of everything going on in the city. The source I'm bringing you is 16 News ABC. Two people face federal charges in the kidnapping of an abandoned child in South Haven, Mississippi at the Goodwill. And this is in North Mississippi. Jeremy Fitzgerald, 34, and Talicia Turner, 29, both are of Memphis, are facing federal charges of the kidnap of this baby boy. It is stated that Fitzgerald offered Turner to pose as his sister while he and the mother of Sergio Smith, Miss Antoinette Smith, go to Nashville on Sunday, December 13th. Turner, the alleged girlfriend, agreed to keep the child overnight. While there, Mr. Fitzgerald demanded Antoinette Smith to prostitute for him. He left her there when she declined his demands. She called him numerous times and he would not respond to her said phone calls. Fitzgerald, the male suspect, spoke to the child's aunt, who was not named, and demanded money for the return of the child. They are stating also that this Talicia, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correct, is aware of the said demands to the aunt for exchange of money in return of the said child, Sergio Smith. The next morning, the two took the child across state lines from Memphis, Tennessee to South Haven, Mississippi to the said Goodwill and left him there. The police gathered footage of 3 people, including the 2 suspects who have been arrested. The next day, they gathered footage of the said people in the SUV, and on the next day, the vehicle was seen in a Germantown Parkway, Shelby County. They responded to the said area where the driver of the said SUV crashed the car, sustaining minor injuries. And when you open up this said article with ABC 16 News, you will see Mr. Fitzgerald with injuries sustained to his face. Obviously, he sustained these injuries when he crashed the vehicle while being pursued by deputies. The deputies found Turner, the young lady, or female rather, in a nearby Kroger, wearing the same clothes as seen in the video footage. Both were taken into custody without incident. If convicted, each party faces 20 years to life, 5 years to life for supervised release, and a $250,000 fine. Excuse me. The case will be presented to the grand jury at a later date to consider an indictment for both parties against the two. And there will be possibly additional charges added to the said indictment. The FBI, Shelby County Sheriff's Department, and South Haven, Mississippi Police Department are the 3 parties investigating and worked on this said crime. And obviously, they are still continuing an investigation into this case. So know that this case is not closed. I went to, let me give you all a little bit of information about locale, because some of you are not from Tennessee, so you don't know what city's next to what. Lord, I hate to have to look through all this paper, because I had wrote all this down, which is what's next door to what. Sorry about that. I should have already had all this stuff out here for you guys, but I want to give you a little bit of information about the demographics. Hold on just a second. Hold on just a second. I can't find the place where I had the information. Okay. Oh, Queen and her notes. Wait a second. Wait a second. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to find it. I'm trying to bring the location of everything so you all can get an idea of how close the cities are. Hold on. I think I'm getting close. Wait a minute. Wait. I thought I wrote it all down. Now I can't find what I'm talking about. Here we go. We're talking about several locations pertaining to the South Haven, Mississippi, and Memphis, Tennessee area. The young lady, Miss Antoinette Smith, derives from a place called Ruleville, Mississippi. From Ruleville to South Haven, Mississippi, it is an hour and 51 minutes. From Ruleville to Memphis, it's 2 hours and 3 minutes. South Haven, Mississippi to Cordova. Cordova is the Kroger where the two were apprehended. The suspects were apprehended 2 hours, 3 minutes. No, 28 minutes from South Haven, excuse me. South Haven, Mississippi to Cordova, Tennessee is 28 minutes. So South Haven is the place where the child was disposed and dropped off at the Goodwill in Mississippi, North Mississippi. Cordova is the place where the two were apprehended the next day. That is 28 minutes apart. South Haven, Mississippi to Memphis, Tennessee is 13 minutes, where allegedly Miss Antoinette Smith lives. So she was only living, obviously, what they're saying, I don't know. She lives in the Memphis area. So for those of you who are not familiar with Tennessee, the bottom of Tennessee, South Haven, Mississippi is 13 minutes from Memphis, Tennessee. South Haven, Mississippi, is 13 minutes from Memphis, Tennessee. Cordova, Tennessee, where the suspects were apprehended at the Kroger grocery store, to Memphis is 27 minutes. So you see these people were some busy bees. Allegedly, they're from Memphis, the suspects. And where they were apprehended at the Kroger was in Cordova, same state, Tennessee. It's 27 minutes apart. In 13 minutes, South Haven, Mississippi is from Memphis. So it's just a little ways up the road where the child was dropped off at the Goodwill from Memphis, a 13-minute ride. 27 minutes between Cordova, Tennessee and Memphis, Tennessee, where the suspects were found versus where they live. And I'll bring you all that said information so you can get an idea, because when you start naming places, people don't have an idea what the hell you're talking about. And this is just a really baffling story coming out of North Mississippi and Memphis, Tennessee. Both suspects are deriving from living in Memphis, Tennessee. And as I just brought you the said information, two suspects are in jail. The alleged girlfriend, Miss Terlesia Turner, 29, and Jeremy Fitzgerald is 34 years of age. When you open this article for ABC 16 News, you will see a mug shot of Mr. Fitzgerald. He does not look very well because his face is messed up from crashing the car. And they are facing 20 years to life and 5 years to life, obviously for the for the supervised release. This is crazy. I've got 5 in the room and 4 thumbs up. Thanks for joining me. Super Chatter Queen, if you feel the need to. I'm going to take these off because I can't function with the focus on. But I did go to Facebook and looked up a couple of things. She does have her Facebook page back up and running. Miss Antoinette Smith, the mother of Sergio, baby boy Sergio Smith. You will see photographs on her Facebook page that the child looks well. He's sitting inside, I guess, a passenger seat car. Those were uploaded to Facebook 6:28 p.m. and a 10:28 p.m. picture of him lying down on a sofa asleep. So obviously, little Sergio was in the care of someone who owned a home, because the nighttime photo of him lying on the sofa asleep, he's in the care of someone. Who he is with, I do not know. That was not mentioned in the said commentary of the Channel 16 News article. It did not give information to tell us who has custody of the child. You will see posts from the mother on the Mohawk Dime Facebook page that she was letting you know she was trying to get to her child. I'm on my way, blah, blah, blah. When you look at the said Facebook page that is now kindly uploaded, Miss Mohawk Dime, known as Miss Antoinette Smith, she tells you all that she's from Orange Beach, that she's living in Orange Beach, Alabama, but from Manhattan, New York. Shut your mouth. I'm so glad to see pretty baby Nitra, Katina Razor. Come on, Joelle, Edward, y'all come on, join the chat. Thank you, Nitra, for the 411, because you know I'm about to bring it to you. Go to her Facebook page while you're talking to me. Scroll over. The luxury of having these modern phones, you can still look at the queen in the corner of your phone and go to another app while you listen to me talk. Because you know I'm going to bring it to you. Some people may not like what I'm going to say, but you know I don't sugarcoat anything because that's not my nature. I pick and choose when to be polite. I pick and choose when to be silent. And I also pick and choose when to go ham. And I pick and choose when to bring you the 411. I'm going to ask one question to the chat, to the listeners, to the viewers, to the people who follow me, and to those who like listening to stories and want someone to break it down to them. I do not know what happened in Nashville, Tennessee on Sunday. I don't know any of the people involved. I don't know the mother. I do not know the two who have been arrested. I do not know who is going to be joining the arrest train. But one thing that was said in this article that makes this story even more crazy. Hello, Zenobia. How are you? Why would Mr. Fitzgerald call Antoinette's aunt and ask for money? So now you're telling me he asked for ransom money? Because that is the appropriate word to use when you are asking for money in exchange for a human being. I'll wait. I'm just saying. When you go to her Facebook page, you got a lot of people running that mouth and trying to tell other folks what they should say, shouldn't say, threatening other people, wanting to get jiggy, talk about fighting folks who ain't doing what they want to do, woo, woo, woo. You shouldn't say anything bad about the mother, trolls, blah, blah, blah. All right. To each his own. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. But guess what? But guess what? But guess what? Why is this Negro asking your auntie for money to return your baby? Now, you all can call it however you want to call it. You can say we're being cruel. Hey, I'm just going by what you put out here. See, what I've told you all about public information. You didn't think that dodo bird wasn't going to start talking and telling stuff? Why is he asking your auntie for money? How does he have your auntie's telephone number? I'll wait. Don't talk bad about the baby mama. Don't talk bad about the baby mama. All right, on a stack. This is the story about the baby, honey, dropped off at the Goodwill. Why am I looking at a post on Homegirl's page? Yeah, Queen gonna go there today. Where she's talking about how good her body looks after having 8 kids. Oops, I thought you didn't have but 4 or 5. 5 kids. But your Facebook post let the world know, look at your body and how you looking good for having 8 children. Your oldest is 15 years old. She's holding a dialogue with the male. And he's basically saying, why I wasn't good enough to meet your kids. She responds, maybe you weren't, maybe you would have. I guess basically alluding to the fact it wasn't serious. Then he's saying, well, what's up now? And she said she's social distancing. Now, that was a November 30th post. You know the Queen was going to go there because y'all know y'all love Facebook. Y'all know y'all love to tell the Queen she need to go to Facebook. Well, I did. Oops, I did. Oops, it's what took me so long to get back on. Oops. The Queen went on. The Queen went on a Facebook page. And honey, Miss Mohawk Dime is back. She has joined the living to let us know she's back. And she's from Manhattan, New York, baby. And she lives in Orange Beach, Alabama. Interesting. So you know I'm going to say this because I can. Why is this guy, I'm going to say it again. Hello, Shades too. Why is this guy asking your auntie for money for the return of your child? Why would he be calling your auntie? Y'all can say what you want out there. That she innocent, she this, she that. I'm still sticking to what information has been brought forth to the public. And I'm not about to dance around this comment of why this guy, who we already think is a lowlife for asking her to prostitute anyway, that's on a stack. We already know he's grimy. But why would he now be calling the auntie to ask for money to return a child? She already told you she didn't have no money. So she said, when you was in Nashville and you demanded that you get out there and sell something in, I guess, exchange for you spending money on her on the date, if I'm following correctly. So how is it now, days later, we've got this article with 2 people being arrested, the said guy and the girlfriend who pretended to be the auntie whomever when Miss Antoinette left her child at the grandparents' house. To me, like I said, all he said, she said, because I don't know any of these people. But now you're going to tell the public he asked her auntie for money. Why would he do that? She just said in Nashville she didn't have no money for the trip. So he feeling some type of way, if this is true, that she owes him. So how the hell is he going to now go to somebody else and demand money? For what? Because somehow, if y'all ain't listening, somehow, oh boy feels Antoinette owes him money. Stay woke now. Stay woke. And why does he feel Antoinette Smith owes him money? It's not a cupcake case, baby. The baby's alive. There's pictures of him on Facebook, sleeping, sitting upright on Monday. He's alive. This is not a Camille McKinney case. Thank you. Whoever put that comment just now. Thank you. Why would a man take you out knowing you have no money, then demand you work for him on the street to make his little funky ass money back that he spent at a restaurant, bar, dive, lounge, shack, whatever it was, if it's even true that he even took her out somewhere in Nashville. I'm not trying to be ignorant or disrespectful, but this right here makes it look crazy, crazier. Because now you want me to say, you want to be those who are rallying behind her saying, you don't know her, be objective, don't down her, woo, woo, woo. Okay, cool. But explain to me, since you all know so much, since you're telling us we don't know anything, those of us who are questioning this entire story, why is this guy asking her aunt for money? How did he get her number? How does he know her name? Stay woke. Queen always woke. I didn't get the 49 by mistake. And like some of the people on the comment page talking about people make mistakes and do stupid stuff. That's right, we have. We sure have. I've already said it. It ain't about throwing stones. It's about keeping it 100. We have all done foolish things, talked to foolish people, gone places with people we didn't know, got in their car, brought them to our house, went to their house, held a conversation. Ain't nobody denying none of that. Some of you ain't done it. Kudos to you. But what I'm saying is, skip all this duck, do stuff. London B, baby, have you not been paying attention? Yes. This guy and girl took the baby to the Goodwill. But what don't make no sense is this article saying he called Antoinette's aunt asking for money for the child to return the child. Why would he ask to do that? It makes no sense. The girl just said, I didn't have no money when I went on this trip with him. He knew that. So why is he wanting me to prostitute? Now we fast forward days later, they've been apprehended. And now you want me to believe he asked this woman for money when he already took a broke person with him to eat. And if he liked her or whatever was going on, that was his choice to spend money on her. Bam, Nitra. Shazam. Like somebody we know in Alabama. Why are you on social media talking about anything? Like somebody said on her page. The state is watching. The police is watching. You might need to think about what you're saying on these pages. Why are you talking? You just went through a traumatic experience, allegedly. Why are you talking? But see, this is what I've learned about people. And I'm going to say this. And some people may not like me for this. I probably don't got some subscribers right now because I've said something in the chat you did not like. You disagree with me. So guess what? I don't care. I don't sugarcoat bullshit. And anybody that know me personally know how I get down. I don't claim to be more than anybody. But I use my head when I'm hearing a story. I think of every possibility of why. And sometimes what is the truth don't make no sense. Let me say that. The truth can sometimes come across as not making any sense. But now we have this other layer on top that is even more baffling to me. Why would this guy call your auntie and ask him for money to give your baby back? When he knew you didn't have no money, when he took you to Nashville, allegedly under false pretenses to prostitute, you declined, he got rid of you, you stayed in Nashville through the night, hopping from one car to the other till you got to a safe location, till somebody from Memphis came and picked you up. God bless Miss Ida for doing that. But something still It's puzzling me now even more with this conversation. Right. And Veronica, we're going to go on and say it because people who are watching this live cannot see the chat comments. I guess. I don't know. Maybe y'all can see the comments. Hell, I don't know. I don't even know why I said that. I'm trying to think. Can I see the comments when I'm watching the video on my TV? Oh, on my phone, I can. It's on my phone. Yeah, you can see the comments. I forgot about that. You on the phone. I'm thinking about when I watch it on TV. Excuse my manners. Veronica says she set this up. Come on, y'all. Come on, come on, come on. London, you all right. You know I get a little hype. You might need to maybe you might need to cross over and go into your Google and pull up the story. Channel 16, ABC News has the latest story. Bam! Thank you, Katina. You had to give the auntie the name and the number, in which we know it's modern day. You do not have to give out telephone numbers anymore. You can just give somebody's name, and if they're on Messenger/Facebook, you can be found that way, or Instagram, because you can send messages through Instagram and video chat via Instagram. Nietzsche's right. Feds on the case, they're going to get to it. Because let's ask ourselves this, since everybody on Facebook talking junk and threatening folks and won't talk about fighting and getting jiggy, ghetto ratchet ass folks, why it's still open? Why the case still open, baby? I'll wait. You have two people in custody who happen to be the two people who were seen on video footage exiting the SUV at the gas station next door to the Goodwill. So there was another guy who was also with the two. And so what? So Nietzsche says by her post, he see why she was going. And when we say that, we talking street talk, going that way, about that life. Because everybody don't hang in the streets to know slang. I can tell you some slang I do not know because, I am of an older age now. And some of the stuff that the children are saying in the streets, I don't know what the hell they talking about. I have to get somebody to break it down for me. Hell, I didn't even know capping meant lying. But you see, I'm learning as I go along. But baby, 11 in the room, 8 thumbs up. Thank you so much. Why would this young man ask your auntie for money to return your child when you originally told the lady on Facebook Live, Miss Burris, that you did go to the said house and took your child there? You took your child there, and this lady said she would keep your child, babysit your child, Miss Smith, and then you went on your merry way up the highway to Nashville, Tennessee to have a good time with Mr. Fitzgerald. And then you say he turned on you and asked you to prostitute in exchange for spending his coins on the date. Did I get that right? I'm trying not to be disrespectful. I really am. Katina says she knows why she was going to Nashville. So how many in the chat think she willingly went there to prostitute? We're just going to go and get it out the way. We're not going to talk around in circles. Because I don't do that. I bring you every option I can think of when a story breaks. Any type of scenario I can come up with that will be logical / illogical. Nitra's still talking about that drug stuff with the lady, with Miss Burris. See, this is where I'm telling you, it's all fuzzy, if that's the word you want to use. Pretty lady agrees that she believes the girl went along for the ride to prostitute. I got 2 in the chat that thinks the lady is lying and knew what she was doing. Now, okay. So Katina says so. Nitra says, I think she got scared when she got to Nashville. You mean after she had some drinks? Whoops! Ah! My drink popped in my face. I thought, what is that? Now, ice popping. Lord have mercy. That's the devil saying, you sitting there talking about that mess? My ice popped on me. Okay, so, excuse me, guys. Ice popping in my drink. So, Nitra, what are you saying? You think she did go there to prostitute? Is that what you're saying, baby? Because Katina and Pretty Elephant thinks that's what happened. So what do you think? So Veronica thinks she went there to set it up to ask money from her aunt. Well, who's the aunt? Because does the aunt have money? Because you always got to remember, I tell you all to always listen to everything that they reveal in a storyline. I don't care who it is. If it's the state's attorney, if it's the police, if it's an auntie, a friend, a cousin, the victim, the suspect. You listen to everything that people are talking about and you weigh it out. Veronica saying she knew the cat was no good. Okay, and that's why I said this, Veronica, because you weren't in my live yesterday. What would make this guy assume you are the type of that would go down with that? Here go Uncle G. Maybe for other reasons, but maybe not that. Okay, that's why I'm saying, what was it about this female that made this guy think she would be down with prostituting? Okay, now Katina says, how did he drug her? Katina don't think she's telling the truth. Okay, we're going to see. Hold on. Nitra, good point. She could have thought dude had some money until he asked her to turn a trick. So now we're talking about, as my daddy would say, my dad daddy would say, excuse me, double juggling. Or as my cousin would say in Virginia, even swap ain't no swindle. Come on now. Don't make Queen get gut up on this channel. I'm trying to be polite. Something is not right. Because as I told you all, the more I listen, the more I think, the more I ponder. And now with this information going to this article, 16 ABC News, if you need a source for the story, that is my source. Why would a guy go ask someone for money to return a child when you just left the person's mother destitute in another city with nothing, no money, no ride, no nothing? You left that girl, which is foul and rank. Foul and rank. Keeping People Real TV. Hey, Keeping People Real TV. He said, because he's guilty. What you mean by that, baby? What you mean by that? What you mean by that? He said trifling. So you say he's trifling? Look. I know some people probably gonna come for me because you all know that's how you all came to him today, because I covered a case out of Alabama. Oh, you said you come in late, sound like you're saying he doing trifling stuff. Well, what I'm saying, baby, is he probably is, as y'all love to say, about that life, whatever the hell that's supposed to mean. He's that type that he's just gutter. I'm gonna find whoever I can find to make some money, get some money. He's that dude. He's ratchet. He's that type. I'll get money any kind of way. That means using you. But what did I tell you all about the hustle? It cannot be a hustle if you do not have a willing participant. That's the game. I can't come up on nothing involving another human if human will not go along. So we don't know what to think at this point. Did she go to Nashville? Oh, so he's getting over on people. See, keeping it real, I don't know, baby. That's what we sitting here trying to figure out because I just went and got the article, ABC 16. If you want to, scroll out of here and go check it out. He is saying that Katina said she shouldn't have left without no money. Well, see, that's why I told you about that. We already talked about that, going places without money. Some of us have done it. I've done it when somebody told me, hey, big girl, I got you. I'm footing the bill. You go alone. But as far as I know, I wasn't fooling with nobody that thought I was going to prostitute. Or if it was my family saying, well, you didn't need no money. We got you when you come. She is African-American keeping People Real TV. Go to her Facebook page, baby. Mohawk Dime is her Facebook name. She has put the page back up because when I looked for it yesterday, the day before, the page was down. Black. She is black. African-American. Us. The thing that's getting me more leery of the storyline is now going to Channel 16 News, and they're saying, he said he called her auntie and asked for money to give the child back. So it's like, well, why would he do that? The girl don't got no money, so what are you trying to gain? So that lets me know he's on a gank tip, as we used to say back in the day. Nitra says, I think the story will shock people. Right, and I said that last night without even really knowing what the hell I was saying. I said, I think this story is bigger than what we are seeing from her commentary on Miss Beerus's live. And now, old boy is talking, because when somebody's talking about giving you 20 years, an extra 5 coming out, being on parole till the day they put you to dust. You understand what I'm saying? Ooh, $250,000 fine. That means any type of work you ever get after you do your 20, you're going to be paying that money. I don't care if you work at McDonald's. I don't care where you work. You're going to always be paying these people money till you die. Something is wrong here. Maybe she intended on giving him the baby. She changed her mind. But Veronica, why would she want to give him her baby? I don't understand that comment, baby. Why would she want to give him her baby? What y'all trying to say? Oh, girl wanted a baby? She changed her mind? Some people don't think we far-fetched right now talking about this. Why y'all talking about that like that? Y'all shouldn't talk about her like that. They talked about Jesus. I'm saying it. The girl who was accomplice better cut a deal. Well, she's already admitted, she's been talking because she's already told the police, the detectives, that she knew about him asking the auntie for the money. So that's conspiracy right there. You knew about him asking for a ransom. It is against the law to barter or bribe with funds in exchange for a human being. You know that. And you never call the police to say, we got this kid. The mama won't ante up. The auntie won't ante up. You just sealed your fate, homegirl. You sealed your fate when you took that baby in that house, knowing old boy was up to something. Because I don't know if old boy told her the whole plan or what's going on. But you have messed up. Because once you knew that he was going to call the auntie and barter for money, which is called a ransom, you just sealed your fate because you didn't call law enforcement to tell them, we got this kid here, my boyfriend trying to get money out, whomever, to return his child to a relative. As they say in the street, you fucked up. You fucked yourself on that. Excuse my language. Because that's just ridiculous to even go this far. Because what I'm trying to say to myself is, and I'm trying not to say it, I want you all to realize what I'm saying, so I guess I don't have to say it for you. Why Are you going along with this with somebody who don't got no damn money? The girl didn't have no money. Who is the auntie to go to her and say, I got your nephew. I want this amount of money to give him back. Well, he really ain't no pimp. Because if he was a pimp, she would have did what he told her to do. But as I state, all this is he said, she said. So we really don't know what happened. From Memphis to Nashville, back to Memphis. All we know is 3 people got out of an SUV and took a child to the damn Goodwill. Ain't y'all to see that what I'm talking about? That's all we know of for sure. Is that a child went to the Goodwill, no socks on, a bag of food, some change of clothes, and a note on a paper towel that says the mother don't want them, she can't keep them, blah, blah, blah. That's really all you got. And the reason why I see now they are facing the kidnap charge is because they took them from one state to the other. You see, most laws dealing with kidnap, it ain't got to be about binding you up, tying you up. It's about making you move from one place to the other. And that could be 2 feet. Well, Nitra, I don't know what we're seeing, tell you the truth. I don't know what we're seeing. I don't know what we're watching. Because let me tell you something. Lifetime ain't got nothing on this. Well, somebody got out with the car. So the 2 men didn't stay because one guy got out and walked the child into the Goodwill. Because that's what the guy Dave said. A man walked in with the little boy. Because you see the guy walking with the child. That's the suspect. The girlfriend gets out. You see she got her hair pulled up with a mask and glasses, whatever on. Now, maybe the other guy stayed back at the car. Because I don't see, they have not shown a photograph of him. The third party. But something is crazy. There's something missing here. A person who adamant about money. Okay, and that's the whole point of I'm trying to say it without even saying it. Why is this Fitzgerald dude wanting money from this girl so badly and money from her auntie, if we are to believe that this is true? Why did he want to make her work for him? Lead her up there under false pretenses, then drop her out, kick her out, whatever. Then come back here and call somebody related to her and say, hey, I got her kid. Now give me some money. Now we have to ask ourselves, well, how much did he ask? Because what is it? As I keep saying to you all, read between the lines. What is it about this chick that you thought she was down with prostituting? And what is it about this auntie that makes you think the auntie had money to give you for this little boy to safely return him? And why in the hell this same auntie couldn't have kept the kid? Thank you, Veronica. What you talking about, Willis? I didn't want to say it. I said I would let somebody in the chat say it. Antoinette Smith, did you owe Mr. Fitzgerald money for dope? Did you take something that belonged to him? Did you promise him something? Because this is a bit extreme to go from Memphis to Nashville, dropping off. That's why I said they never showed the third guy walking, just the suspect and the girlfriend. Why in the world is this story leaving Memphis, Tennessee to Nashville, back to Memphis, then over to another state to drop a child off at the damn Goodwill, plus a phone call to an auntie to ask for ransom money? And I never thought I'd ever get back on my channel talking about another damn ransom. Somebody owes somebody money. Let's stop dicking around. 17 in the chat, 14 thumbs up. Thank you so kindly for rejoining me back on the live. I'm not trying to be ugly, but you all know me by now. If you have followed me for a year or less, you know how I am. I don't sugarcoat stuff. I just don't. And when I see there is facetiousness in a case, I call it out. And frankly, it's called the gift of discernment for those who really don't understand. She said she didn't have no family on live. I don't remember that. I have to go back. See, I don't even want to go back to that damn live. Okay, so one person thinks he's told her she's going to make up the money one way or the other. Okay, that still goes back to the point you just made. Why is this person so adamant about getting money from a person with no home, no job, no place to live? 8 fucking kids. You got 8 kids, but we ain't seeing nothing but the one. You got pictures from 2018. Basically, the few little months I scrolled back from spring to January 18, excuse me. Just a lot of pictures of you and the baby boy. I thought it went before 5 kids she had. Now we found out on this post going on her page, she talking about her body and how good she looked for 8 kids. Oh, I ain't no hater, queen. Go ahead. Shit, y'all know how the queen is. I don't hate nobody. Shit, you like a you, okay? You know, toot your own horn. She said it was 8 kids, 5 living. Okay, bye. Need you get off the live, damn. I'm done. Okay. So what are you saying? 3 of her children are deceased. You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. You went to the post I was on. It was in the comments. Okay, maybe I missed it because sometimes I just skim over stuff. I don't go all the way down to every comment. You think she stole his drugs? I don't know, Veronica. I think this may be drug related. I think this may be drug related only because we have this issue of him giving a statement that he called the auntie. And I don't think the girlfriend would lie about that because it really makes no sense to make that up to say, because that means she would be incriminating her boyfriend plus herself. And if I'm trying to get out of a federal case day one, I'm not getting ready to say anything that's going to ante up my charge or charges, future charges. And if you've lived a street life, ever been in trouble, you know not to talk. You ask to speak to a lawyer. I don't know if this little girl ever been in trouble with the law or not, but she done talked. She has spoken. That's why I brought you a source. What Nietzsche thinks, maybe she told him she would turn tricks for him. Something went wrong. Why would you want to do that? Why you want to turn tricks for somebody you said you ain't seen in a while and y'all just hooked up? So what the hell y'all talked about when y'all re-hooked up? Hey, how you doing? Ooh, girl, you looking good. Hey, you want to ride to Nashville, make some money? You a little swim cutie. You can get some money. We're going to go chill. Buy a few drinks. Woo, woo, woo. Call a spade a spade. What the hell's going on? Well, everybody know that's the oldest hustle in the world, prostitution. And you're right. Most people prostitute because they are shooting bad. They don't have a job, or they don't plan to work, or they're supporting a drug habit, or they're destitute. There's some type of situation that requires them needing some type of funds. And that's what leads most people to prostitute, whether they be a man or a woman or a child, or they are coerced into prostituting. Setting men up for money. I don't know. I thought about that when she went to the second house. Something about that rubs me wrong too. Something about that rubs me real wrong. I just never said nothing to y'all about it. Something about that. Something about that second guy picking her up. I don't know. It's just something about that rubs me wrong. Mm-mm. 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 You go to Nashville so you can walk the hell around Memphis without getting your throat slashed. I know how grimy they are down there. Well, Nitra, you know you can solicit a man, anywhere. But if you don't want to catch a charge in your town where your name will come up on the roster, like here we got the busted paper. So anybody gets arrested, there's a little leaflet that comes out that shows all the people that's been arrested that way. So if I don't want my name coming up where people can search, I'm going to go out of town and do my hustle. Everybody know that that's the game. That's why we have so many people down here selling heroin from Detroit. Don't get Angela to start testifying up here. Please stop. Please stop. That's why we have an influx of people from Detroit down here selling drugs. They've been doing it like that for years. How you know where to go? Well, you're not gonna know where to go. You'd have to ask somebody that. If you want to get down like that to work the streets, you have to go talk to somebody about where to go, where to walk. But the common sense thing to do is, if I do not want my name coming up under an arrest where I sleep, I go out of town to hustle. It is the oldest trick in the book, like prostitution. You always go out of town to do wrong. If you do not want your name coming up in an arrest record, something pops off. You got to be seen. You hustle the wrong person. You rob the wrong person. You don't want to rob where you stay, because people rob people every day where they live. People hustle people every day where they live, because that's a damn fool. Walk by somebody they just stuck up, rob their house. But we know people get down like that. But everybody knows when it comes to that game of prostitution, you always go out of town. Didn't I tell you all there's a possibility that she had been in Nashville for longer than one day? It still don't make no sense to extort the auntie. I'm trying to tell y'all. Who is the auntie to extort? I want y'all to think about what you're saying. What did I tell y'all about the art of the con? You will try to get money from whomever if you're just real thirsty. You will pick and choose who to go to if you think they got that paper. So I'm going to say this one more time. Why would he go and call the said auntie? So you mean to say she brought him over to that house where they stayed with the baby, perhaps, because we still don't have a verification of where she's been sleeping before this alleged kidnapping. Because I still didn't understand why the paper put that up there. Because, that's a strong word to use, kidnapping. But I always have to remember, kidnapping means I made you move 2 feet or more. I didn't have to beat you up. I didn't have to tie you up. So one, where was she living? Where was she living before she hooked up with dudes? Where was she and her child living? Who is this auntie? Whose house was she staying in before this incident? And why this guy felt comfortable enough to call this auntie to ransom a child, but the same person she couldn't have left her baby with. Y'all ain't thought about that. I mentioned that last night. When you go on the live and hear the old woman talking in the background saying, "Oh, I told you she wasn't but a little bitty something." When she was talking to Miss Beers, I was wondering, well, who that woman? Her grandmama? Who is she? Her grandmother? Her auntie? Her mom? Did the aunt call the police? About what? About the ransom? I don't know, dear. All the article says the girlfriend told it. In this article, Channel 16 News ABC, the girlfriend confirms she knew of him trying to extort money from the aunt. It does not say that the aunt confirmed the extortion. I'm going to ride out on this to the end. Who was the aunt for him to ask for the damn money? Humbly Melanated, thanks for coming in. You just said that this is a damn mess. She likes to get crunk. She all on Facebook cussing like some other little heathen I know down in Alabama. We ain't gonna get that started. Y'all know y'all love to cuss on Facebook. Y'all love to cuss on Facebook. What y'all gonna do? I'm gonna fight. Y'all sound like Moneybag Yo. With all that, ain't nobody impressed but somebody that's ignorant but you. Like you. Because I'm not fascinated with all that street talk. I done told folks that anybody can do all that mumbling at the mouth. Anybody can do that. You can teach a child that. All that talking hype like you about to bust up something, tear up something. Nobody is, come on. Right. You just went through something traumatic. And all you can do is get on Facebook and say what people saying. Y'all on my timeline talking junk. You knew that once they got your government name, people were going to come for you. That's just what people do. Nobody's saying it's right, but that's what people do. So the smart thing to do is once you made it home before your name got out, you should have just logged on out of Facebook. Well, and you see her little so-called friend didn't come pick her up. Where's she at now? Where your friend at? Something ain't right about this story. Some people will say that we outsiders who aren't on board with rallying behind her, that we're wrong, we're trolls, we this. No, I'm not a troll. I don't do all that Facebook hunting anyway. Y'all know how I am. I'll go to the page if I feel like it, but I just bring you a source and I roll with that. But I'm not getting ready to just sit here and rally behind somebody I don't know anything about. And just because their child was allegedly kidnapped, or whatever word you want to use, I'm not that person. And as I tell people, I didn't get to be 49 because I was a damn retard, a fool. I had to use my head at some point to stay afloat to get to this age. My goodness. And I just don't bobble my head because other people are rallying behind somebody. That's not who I am. I think for myself. I don't care. Everybody rallying over here for this person. That's not how I roll. I listen at the information. And if I have a question about the information, I'm going to question it. As you should. Because it is now what? Friday? There's something not right with the story still. And I shouldn't have to say, oh, I'm sorry. Something's not right, man. Because now you got this girl in the jail and she talking and she's admitting that he went and asked her for money. Who would tell that? Think about that for a minute. Who would tell that? Now, the auntie may have told the police he asked her for money, but they're not saying that the auntie is confirming that. You understand what I'm saying? So the auntie could have told the police, yeah, by the way, he called asking me for money so he can give me the baby back. So what we have to do now is wait to see what the auntie gonna say. But all that old ghetto ratchet talk and cussing folks, honey, I don't get down with that. Right. And humbly, I'm glad you mentioned that. And a lot of people in America don't know that to this day, that crazy ass bat down there in Alabama was seen on a live cursing out the neighbor in an apartment complex that she did not live in, where her damn baby got kidnapped. And she cussing folks out on a live because they wanted to know the damn baby's government name. Now, your damn baby just been kidnapped, but you don't know that. You stick the child missing. You don't know where she is, allegedly. And all you can do is cuss out the girl who lived there in the apartment building because she asked you what your baby's name is. I discovered that from this white girl on YouTube. She had the video on her channel. I went to her channel and saw it for my own self. And that was April's mouth cussing that girl and going off on that girl for no reason about her own child. You supposed to have been breaking your neck to give your daughter's government name. Cupcakes wasn't her damn name. That ain't on her damn birth certificate. You're supposed to give her government name. Why do you want to argue with somebody about the name? See, this is why I've been telling y'all about these folks out here. You don't know them. You don't know them. And no decent person is going to act a fool when their child is missing, nor if their child has been kidnapped or they were left in another city. You're not going to go to Facebook cussing out people and talking crazy on your timeline. You don't have to do all that. You don't have to do all that. Because, see, you aiming your anger at the wrong people. Yeah, but you still got people in the world that's rallied behind April to this day. She suffered enough. Her baby was kidnapped and murdered. Well, if you was watching your baby, she'd still be alive. I said it. I said it. I said it again. Now come for the queen now. Come for the queen now. You still gutter ratchet to me. Well done to be. Some people still believe that they think she has something to do with it. Some people still think Dominic has something to do with it. I don't know. Like I said, I let it go as far as trying to implicate those two once Derica and Patrick were arrested. You know, let that be. Because my thing is, like I tell you, I stick to what is available. I stick to the evidence. But was the father acting peculiar in the beginning? He was. That's why people think he has something to do with it. Excuse me. You go to Facebook, running your mouth about stuff that you still haven't cleared up even a year later. Still never said who the female was that called about that ransom. I ain't never heard nothing about it. Oh, this is who I was talking about. These Southerners, man. These some goofy ass folks down here. Goofy. They so gutter. That's what bothers me about these people in the South. They so damn gutter ratchet. None to be you right. Only the people that guilty want to fuss and fight and cuss. Because I wouldn't be thinking about Facebook if my child was missing and or found dumped in a dumpster. And just like this case here, even though this child is alive by the grace of God, I'm not getting ready to go to Facebook saying anything derogatory. What I'm going to do is thank the people who helped me get home. Thank the people at the store who aided my child and waited till the police got there. Those are the people you should be thanking and showing that you're humbled and grateful that you're alive. That's what you do in a terrible situation. You're not going to be up here running to Facebook, putting up all kind of dirty comments and cussing people out and talking crazy talk. That's just ignorant to me. But see, this is what I keep telling people, and I told people this when I was covering that case in Alabama. When you see people acting like that and talking like that, that is who they are. That is them, live, like Memorex. That's who they are. They ain't sugarcoating nothing. They letting you know, hey, this is how I roll. I don't give a you know what. I'll say what I want, do what I want. Yeah, I'll put it on my timeline, so what? You don't have no focus in life. Because I'm telling you, when all you can do is go to social media every day with your problems and cry up on that microphone, you got some real issues. She wasn't caring about that baby because she didn't want to get the damn girl's name. And you cussing out some innocent person who's on her phone minding her business. That girl's in a private group going live about the baby missing. You all up in her face in her business, and it had nothing to do with you. Hello, Joy. You all right, baby? I'm on late. This is my second live because Nitra gave me the update that 2 people were arrested in the case of the little boy dropped off at the Goodwill in South Haven, Mississippi. Somebody is chitter-chattering in the jail and giving the 211 for now. I got 17 in the room, 20 thumbs up. Thank you so much. Yes, children have to be watched. See, a lot of these people don't care about children. See, the reason why you have all these problems with children is because you have children having children. For so long as you got somebody with the mindset of a 12-year-old giving birth to a baby, you're going to always have these kind of problems. It's to be expected. It's to be expected. But something is not right with this case here. And I didn't want to assume this girl was lying about what happened in Nashville, because naturally this is a terrible situation to be in. And then you're talking about something that's illegal. Let's just keep it real. What sane person is going to tell the world they went up to Nashville to prostitute? Let's think about that. That's something that none of you all have thought about because we never mentioned it in the chat in the past 2 days. Why would I tell the news and the police, yeah, I rode up there to get down. I rode up there to make some money and cut it with him. Who's going to tell that? Think about it. Why would you admit that you willingly went somewhere to prostitute? Something jumped off. Dude left you. Then he came back, played around with your kid, played mind games and word games with your auntie, whomever, because we really don't know what's the truth about that. And then they decided to say, man, forget all this. Don't drop that baby off over there and let's be done with it. And that's what they did. They removed themselves from the equation and dropped that baby off at the damn Goodwill. They already probably looking at her, Nitra. You know that. I told you, they're going in the phone records. They watching his text messages. Everybody he done texted since last week. They're gonna go back and see how long he been talking to her. They done pulled up every messenger, every text message, every phone call. Why you think the FBI is involved? So they already got the technology to go read all your phone records between you and old boy and the girlfriend, old boy and the auntie. And you better hope you ain't said nothing in that text to say, yeah, I'll ride out. It's just crazy to me. Like I said before, could be she's telling the truth. She went on a date, dude just lied to her. But with this new information, something, it just don't make no sense to me. This makes no sense to me. This makes no sense to me. Why this guy would have gone to your auntie because he felt like you owed him money. Excuse me. So he's gonna go to your auntie to get her to give him. That just don't make no sense to me. I'm sorry. Now that's showing up some crackhead behavior right there. I just don't get. I don't understand what he thought he was gonna get from the relative. And who was she for him to go to get money? What did you think this lady had to give in exchange for what you think Miss Smith owed you? And what is it exactly that she owes you? Let's keep this real because something is not right. I'm sorry, but not sorry. Well, that's what I'm saying. I said that last night. You got all these places outside of Memphis, inside of Memphis, on either side of Arkansas, Mississippi, and Tennessee to go have dinner, lunch. We know there's probably not a lot of activities open, but you can go anywhere and get a drink. You can go anywhere and get a drink. So to drive 3 hours just for a drink, that's stuff that people do that's got paper. Did y'all hear what I said? Did you hear what I said? Driving 3 hours for a drink, that's some dude that's got some paper. Did you hear what I said? That's a dude that's got some paper. Stay woke. Come on home, girl. Let's ride to Atlanta. I'm going to take you out to eat, take you out to dinner, take you to the mall, take you to Macy's, take you whatever, let you get what you want. That's somebody with some paper. A civilized man with some money who invited you out is not getting ready to ask you to prostitute because he spent some money on you for drinks or dinner or whichsoever. I got a feeling, I won't doubt, like I told you all, perhaps they were there before Sunday. You never know. And all this stuff, praying for 4 children. We're praying for our 4 children. Now you're looking at a Facebook post, homegirl talking about she had 8. I'm like, what is really going on? And how old is she? I haven't even heard how old she is. London B, we already know. We already know something ain't right with this story. We already know something's not right. And we don't have to sugarcoat it any longer and pretend that, we're living in a bubble. People can take it how they want. We all entitled to our opinion. But I'm just one of them type of people. I do not believe in manipulating people in situations like this. Like I said, if you want to be a little con artist or get your little hustle on, other ways of, bamboozling folks out their little coins and their little money, that's your business. But when you start getting people to go up highways to pick you up, and the news people involved, the laws involved, the FBI, you're on a whole nother level. Well, I feel sorry for the child. I really do. I really do. Because as I stated to you all before I knew about her having 8 children, I was asking about where are the other 4 children. Maybe he barely had a little money. Damn, Nitra, don't start this. Nitra, why would you waste gas to go somewhere you know you don't have no money? Come on now. You don't got no money. So you so enamored with her that you're going to go up somewhere with no money and then turn on and tell her I want you to trick for me? That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. Then this one part of the story ain't none of you done brought up. The girlfriend Mr. Fitzgerald had a girlfriend. So you done went up to Nashville on a date and your girlfriend watched you walk out of the house. Y'all ain't saying nothing about that. And I ain't even mentioning it. So because we focus on one thing, we forget about all the other stuff that don't add up. You let a man walk in a house and bring a child to you with another woman, and you lied. You let him stand there and lie to you that you was his sister, and you took this other woman's child, knowing he had to have something going on with she, and you watched him walk out this house with this other woman. Whether you knew he was going to go use her or not, you are crazy as hell. Well, you know how she kept the baby. She just said. Well, that's my point. Everybody was down with some type of bullshit, it looks like, because you walked in with another woman and lied allegedly and said, this is what? My friend, my schoolmate. We're just going to go to the park and hang out. You mind keeping her baby? Hell no. What was he going to lie to the girlfriend about, Uncle G? Nitra, you and these questions. He probably finessed her out of whatever money to get there. Uncle G, baby, I don't know. But I'm telling you, all this is double juggling at best. I think the girlfriend knew that he uses girls for money, to get money. And I think he called and I already talked to her and told her, I got this chick. She down with this. We're going to bring the baby over here. Whoop de whoop. I'll holler at you on this date. He went up there to Nashville. Something jumped off and he left the chick there. And they came back and he got the cussing. F that heifer. Woo, woo, woo. Take that baby. Drop off. I'm out of it. How that sound to y'all? Right. So in the beginning, you're right. It was supposed to be the aunt. So then it went from the aunt to him saying it's the girlfriend. No, it went from the aunt to the sister to the girlfriend. I'm telling you, girlfriend already knew what time of day it was. I'm not going to sit here and believe that little young girl is that naive to watch her man walk in the house with a damn chick and a baby and say, this is my home girl. We gonna go do something. Can you keep the baby? Man, come on with all that. So glad to know it was a scheme going on. Well, that's what people was already saying in the beginning on the news break app. As soon as they heard the story, people just jumped on and just said, man, something gone. Man, that girl dropped her baby off. Woo, woo, woo. See, a lot of people thought at first when they saw the woman in the photograph that was the real baby's mother. But then we learned it wasn't. It was his girlfriend. We then found out the baby's mother was in Nashville stranded, allegedly. Allegedly. So I have to use alleged because we don't know what's the truth. But all I'm going to say is I'm not going to sit here and listen at this story and pretend that something is sitting with me that's not sitting right. This is who I am. I don't have to agree with what this girl is telling the public. I don't even have to agree with what the girlfriend or Mr. Fitzgerald is telling. Because somebody gonna lie at some point. You're gonna have to try to talk your way out of a 20-year federal sentence. So somebody gonna have to try to, as they say in the street, finesse to get themselves out this situation. Well, who's to say the auntie ain't got some money? I don't know. Maybe the auntie is well off. So he called her. But the whole point of that story is he'd have to know that. He'd have to know where his auntie got a little paper. Let me go ask her for these funds. Come get this kid. Let her know, oh, old girl in Nashville, ain't nobody gonna see this damn baby till I get my damn money. And that's the gist of this story. I believe old girl owed him money. That's how I'm starting to think. Miss Smith owed him money. Whether it was for that work or something else. And he went and found this lady and let her know, you want to see that little boy? Better pay up. What was the dollar amount? I do not know. But I refuse to believe that girlfriend is making this up because you're only adding to the charge by saying something about asking for money, because it's illegal to ask another human for money for another human. So you're souping up your own damn charge by saying that. Think about it. Whether it was the auntie that went to the police and said, they called me asking for money, and then the police doubled back and said, homegirl, let me talk to you. I'm getting the word that your boyfriend asked Miss Lady for some money. Is that true? Only a fool gonna admit, yes, it's true. Because now you aided a conspiracy to kidnap. What dummy says yes? Unless you scared and you just didn't think and went on and said, yeah, he did. He called that lady asking for some money. So now you have just conspired, aided somebody in kidnapping a damn baby. Ransoming, rather. Whatever word you want to use. The mama didn't call the police right away. I don't think she called anybody. Come on, Nitra. She already said she tried with the police. But like I said, in trying means you had to do something. What did you do according to Nashville police? Did you call the police to say you've been bamboozled, you've been dropped off, kicked out, you need a way home? Because had you called the police in Nashville, they would have taken her to a shelter and set up provisions to get her back home and try to find the guy who brought her there for human trafficking. Point blank. This story is making my stomach hurt. It's stupid. It's just stupid to me. Because people like to get upset and talk crazy to other people for how they think and this and that. Okay, that's her version. That doesn't mean that's the truth. See, that's the thing about this whole story. This story is started with this girl calling people trying to get home to Memphis. And then a baby showing up, on Monday to a Goodwill. What the hell happened between the baby being dropped off, drive to Nashville, back to Memphis, him and the girl, whoever he was with? You really don't know. Oh, concerned about the baby. See, that's the whole point. We don't know what was said. But the point is, they got a hold of that child some kind of way. Somebody had a hold of that baby, and the baby wasn't in the custody of the mother, because we know that the girl was somewhere else because a Miss Ida went up there from Memphis and picked her up. And that lady wouldn't have no reason to lie about wasting her gas to go way up somewhere to pick up a stranger. And she had a witness in the car with her when she went to pick her up. This shit is crazy. But we wrong for thinking she lying. We wrong. I'm thinking about that Facebook post I got right here. Hold on. But you know the queen. I can get messy if I want to. Miss Smith, you said on your November 30th post, while you showing off your little body, you told a little homeboy that you didn't want to hook up or meet with nobody because you social distancing. That was your post on November 30th. Because he asked you, well, what's up now? And your reply was social distancing. Well, you weren't social distancing on the 13th of December. You met with a homeboy or whomever he is to you and took a ride to Nashville. So much for social distancing, I said it. So what the hell is the difference between November 30th and December 13th? That's not even 2 weeks. You changed your mind. You want to get out the house. You want to get some air, didn't you, baby? Sounds mean, don't it? I don't know, Humlin. We ain't gonna never know. Only the detectives gonna tell that after the fact. See, I could be real gutter. I could be real gutter if I wanted to in this live and pretend I'm in the street and forget I'm on YouTube. Well, she's not saying she abandoned her child, baby. That came afterwards. The abandoning of the child at the Goodwill came after he got back from Nashville. He went up there on a Sunday. Something happened up there. Do not know. He comes back. He and the girlfriend and another guy take the baby to the Goodwill on Monday morning. Look, Nitra said it was an overnight trip. Anybody grown know that. That's why Bender said, you are not about to make me believe that you went out of town with a man on a Sunday just to drink without taking a change of clothes or something. On a Sunday, you go out, you go to Nashville to drink. Why? And I'm not saying people don't get down like that. I'm not saying somebody don't say, come on, girl, let's go ride to Chattanooga. Let's go to the mall. We'll have lunch. Yeah. Maybe on a Saturday. That's something you do on a Saturday. Come on, we're gonna kick it. We're gonna go to, Atlanta's 3.5 hours from me. Downtown Atlanta's 3 hours and 19 minutes. So it's okay for somebody to call me on a Friday or Saturday and say, come on, girl, we're gonna go to Atlanta. We're gonna look around, we're gonna shop. And 9 times out of 10, it's gonna start to get late as you running around, going into people's stores, shopping and looking. You're gonna probably say we're gonna get a room. Unless we go down there really early in the morning and come back by nightfall or dark 30. But you're talking about a man and a woman. You talking about, I hope you ain't going broke. Who you say that to? Who you talking to, Nietzsche? Just saying, none of this make no sense. I just can't see somebody going to Nashville just to drink on a Sunday. Maybe any other day, Friday or Saturday. And like you said, we get a room. Me and a guy, we want to kick it. Grown folks hour. And the fact that little cutie let her man walk out of there with that little, I guess she called herself a dime piece. That's why her Facebook name is Dime. What is it? Mohawk Dime. Oh, golly. When I first saw that up on Miss Bird's page, that was the first thing I thought. Well, homegirl thinks she a dime piece. Okay, I hear you. Because common sense for a woman is to have something in her pocket. Well, Nietzsche, everybody don't have money on them. A lot of people that went somewhere where people broke, didn't have no money. Well, people do it though. People do it. People do it. People go out of town without money all the time. All the time. And y'all can't tell me y'all don't know that. She's from the street. She know what time it is. I got that feeling. I believe she's had a taste of street life. You can tell the way she talks on her Facebook page. Well, see, Humbly says she don't know anything about that. So I understand that because I keep telling people, everybody don't know about the street. Everybody don't know about street life. Everybody don't know how greedy people get down in the street, the games they play. Oh, if the queen wanted to get gutter, she could. She could. Hey, Zenobia. I can tell you all kind of stories how gutter they get. The games that they play. Like that thing upstairs when I was talking in my last live. Milking her sister out of money because she need food. But then the neighbor upstairs gives the 411. She didn't buy no food. I guess she bought some crack rocks. See, that's what I'm saying. But what I'm trying to figure out is, you know your sister all your life. So you knew damn well she wasn't ready to pay no light bill or no rent or buy no food with the money you sent her. So you were stupid to send her the money because you know you're dealing with a drug addict and an alcoholic. So obviously you had $150 to stand to lose. Queen ain't dumb. I can make some mistakes, but I'm not dumb. People know what you about, they're fool with you. You talking about thugged out. Well, Nitra. Well, see, baby, that's what I'm trying to say to you all. That what you won't do does not mean somebody else would not. Some of you in the chat, some of you are listening to this live, would not go out of town without money, would not even go 30 minutes without money. But see, it depends on the trust you have with the person who you are with. If you're in the company of somebody who you think is trustworthy, somebody you get down with, somebody you're a good friend with, and they already tell you, you don't need no money, I got you tonight. This happens every day. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. People go out of town and 2 minutes over across the highway with no money, with their friends for the night. Ain't got no money to chill at the bar, the club. The homeboys tell their homeboys, I got you. You don't need no money. It happens every day. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. So that would not shock me none. She went there without no money. That don't shock me. Okay? So therefore, you're trying to really just understand what is the truth with this story, because it doesn't add up now that we got Birdie singing about a ransom. Damn, I swear I said, I don't want to hear nothing else about no damn ransoms on this channel. I swear I don't. I'm 1 hour and 34 minutes in, 17 in the room, 23 thumbs up. Well, Zenobia, you know, a lot of people don't have no money. You know, I know a lot of y'all don't think it's a good idea to go without money, but people do it all the time. A lot of people go out of town without money. You got to remember something. Everybody don't live the same. And you got lots of people right now. They'll buy your ticket, your plane ticket, your bus ticket. They know you don't have money. They foot the bill for you to get there, knowing you don't have no money. But the wrong thing to do is to flip out on them or trick them and talk crazy once they get to where they're going. But you got people who will turn on you, and it could be your family could do that. Well, come on, I'll buy your ticket. Then you get there, they get to talking crazy. So I'm just saying, you don't understand what somebody gonna do to you and not do to you until you get in that situation. But my feeling is that I'm thinking everybody was down with some bullshit pertaining to this union of all three parties. I just got a funky feeling. The one thing that's throwing me off is when Miss Smith says he said that was his sister. I don't know why she would make that up. That's something I'm a little bit on the fence about. When she said, well, he said that's his sister. And then he changed and said, oh, that's my girlfriend. So maybe he did, lie when they went up in the room and he told, girl, hey, this is my friend, whatever. See, all that don't sit well with me either. That don't sit well with me either. Now, I don't know if he told the girlfriend he got this girl he gonna pimp out and told the girlfriend, hey, I'm gonna tell her you my sister. So maybe the girlfriend knew all along. So then when old girl showed up, Miss Smith, he told her, hey, this is my sister. But the girlfriend knew all along what he was getting ready to go do. And then he took Miss Smith up the highway and turned on her, talking about he wants some money. But then that still to me just don't make no sense either. That you were going to spend your money on somebody to go out to eat and drink and then turn on them talking about you want them to work for you. Lita! Okay, so Lita says him and the girlfriend a duo. Oh yeah, I believe him and the girlfriend. If I think of anything that two are complicit, definitely Fitzgerald and Turner, the girlfriend, were in on it. In on it. They knew everything from the jump. Because ain't no man getting ready to walk up in no house with no kid. Let's say Miss Smith stayed in a car, even though she said she went to the house. But when she said she went to the house, that don't mean she actually walked in the house. So how about this? Miss Smith sit outside in a car. He take the baby inside. Could he have lied to the girlfriend and said, oh, this is my homegirl, baby. I need you to keep the baby for a while. Ain't no woman going to sit well with that. You know damn well she's going to look out the window and all that. Come on now. No woman that damn gullible for no man. Okay. Ain't no way. Because right now, you walk into a room with a child, first thing a woman gonna do is say, who baby is this? Hey, Joelle. Well, Nitra, I don't know. I just think him and the girlfriend knew everything. Now, I don't know if he lied to Miss Smith, but as I state, the girlfriend had to know because the average woman is not getting ready to keep no kids she don't know nothing about. Ain't nobody thinking about that. Hello, you're a woman. Nothing but women in the chat right now. You're not going to let nobody walk up to you with no kid and say, keep this kid. You not going to ask no questions. Who baby is this? Who child is this? How long you going to be gone? Blah, blah, blah. You know how women do. That's okay, Humble. You can go back to the first live. We're talking about 2 crimes in Texas and Florida. 2 men acting a damn fool on Saturday, killing their families and stuff. But I'm telling you, the girlfriend knew what was going on. Don't you find it interesting? She's the one on the video surveillance Monday while he is dropping the child off at Goodwill. Come on with it. That's because she knew all along what was going on, what his motives were as far as Miss Smith. All I'm trying to figure out is was Miss Smith involved in knowing what she's going to do in Nashville. Well, them days was gone, baby, putting a quarter in the slot machine to call somebody. No more phone booths. You got an Android or an iPhone. Look at y'all down there in the chat. I can't with y'all. Good morning. How are my little friends doing? Y'all down in that chat like y'all in church. How you doing? Did you have a good night? You sleep well, girl? Y'all know I got love for you. Y'all know me now. I believe I'm going to get drunk when I get off this live tonight. Do you hear me? I may not make it where I'm supposed to go tomorrow. I am just sitting here just befuddled beyond belief. Sitting here thinking to myself, not drunk, yes, my gosh. Because the more I sit here and talk about this case is stupid to me. Stuff can just get on your nerve to where it becomes stupid. And the sad part is we're talking about a baby. Really, that's the part of the story that I hate. Instead of child was involved. If it was not for that child, I don't think I'd really give a damn, tell you the truth. I'm just going to keep it real. I'm just going to keep it real because with this new information from Miss Turner or whoever's talking in the jail or whoever's going around saying what, this new information about the aunt being involved and him ransoming the baby off or whatever, I just cannot see him doing that. What reason would he have to go ask for money for a ransom? Because the thing about the hustle is, I got to know you got the paper. You got to have the money. Are you following me? And that's the thing. I'm not getting ready to go ask somebody for money who I don't think has the money. So that's why I said, who is this auntie that he felt comfortable enough to go on a live wire and say, hey, oh girl, owe me this, whoop-de-woo. You want to see that damn baby? You got to pay me this. And you see she didn't give him the damn money because he took the baby to the Goodwill. Nitra. Well, Nitra, you called a damn South Haven damn police department. I'm through with you. Nitra asked me 50,000 questions. Nitra, you called South Haven in the morning and you put me on the damn three-way because I want to hear. Look at Lita. Lita said, Lord Jesus, you better call on him, Noah, and all of them. Job, look, Job sitting in the cut, looking at Jesus, talking about, oh, these heathens are right here. Shoot, Jesus somewhere with covers over his head. I ain't got time for these fools. I ain't got time for this old stupid stuff. Jesus asleep right now. Anybody want to know where Jesus is? He's asleep. He tired. You think he ain't tired after this? I'd be tired. I'm gonna tell y'all a little short story. Oh, Lord, I'm always got these stories, Jesus. Years ago, I kept house for a very wealthy lady. She was married to an attorney. It was a Caucasian lady. She lived in a very prominent part. Yeah, you going over there, need to somebody expose the truth. Good luck with that. Well, anyway, my friend used to clean house for this older white woman. Had a little paper. So one day she couldn't work for us, so she asked me to go fill in for her. So I went and filled in, cleaned the little house up. Honey, 1 o'clock, I'm in the kitchen reading the paper because I work that fast. So she gets up, you know how people do when they got money, they ain't got nothing to do or talk about. She's like, oh my God, are you done for the day? And I was like, yes, ma'am, I'm done. Oh, you work so fast. Well, I need you to drive me around and take me to blah, blah, blah. So anyway, she wanted me to take her to see this psychic up the highway. I think it was in Jefferson City. Everybody knows this guy. I don't know if he's alive now, but he was a well-known psychic in the area. So she had me drive her way up to the country to see the psychic. So while she was doing her business with the psychic, I'm driving her little BMW around the town, trying to, find me something to get into while she, wasted an hour or so. So I went to the big lots, bought me some stuff, and then I went and had lunch. And I think I was at Wendy's, if I'm not mistaken. Wendy's or Arby's, one of those places. Might have been Wendy's. So I give me some lunch, early dinner. I'm sitting there eating, and there's an older black man sitting catty corner from me at one of the tables. And he introduces himself. He speaks to me. I speak to him. And we get to talking. So long story short, he starts talking about the Bible and Jesus and everything. And he said, sometimes God gets tired of us. He's just kind of like, calling him on the phone. You call and you call and you call. And he don't pick up. And you know why he don't pick up? Because he's tired of you calling him. Because you don't want nothing. So Jesus puts you on hold. Shut your mouth. That's what I'm thinking of with this situation right here. Jesus ain't on the main line this week. Jesus is somewhere under the covers because he's tired of us. He don't want nobody calling him this week, especially pertaining to this madness right here. And I'm saying this, and I'm not being blasphemous. I'm just keeping it real. When folks love hollering at, he on the main line. Not tonight. He ain't. Jesus is tired. Don't think he don't get tired. But you said you did all that while she was with the psychic. I was in a restaurant, lady. See, you ain't listening. 100% faith without work is dead. But I'm just saying, the lady was at the guy's house, at his ranch or whatever you call it. I'm at a restaurant waiting on her, up the street somewhere dining by myself. And I happen to bump into an elderly man who's sitting in the restaurant and he just makes conversation. The conversation basically was him saying, sometimes Jesus gets tired of us and he doesn't answer us right away. He puts us on hold. This story makes me think of that conversation. Jesus is on hold. He may be tired. Maybe Jesus don't know what to think about the situation. Did that occur to any of you? Maybe Jesus said, I'm tired of these folks calling me with their problems. They got too much going on down there. So right now, I cannot answer you. Because this story is crazy to me. And I'm not trying to be blasphemous. I'm trying to put a little sly joke in there. But it's to also show you that we are wayward as people. We're always hooping and hollering and getting ourselves in mess. And then the first thing you know, we're crying and moaning about Jesus. Allah, help me, Father. Well, what did we do to get in this situation? Did we go out here, put our tail between our legs, doing stuff we ain't had no business? Now we get ourselves in a pickle. We want to call on Noah and Job and Malachi and everybody else. You got to start thinking about the decisions that you make in life. And like I said, we all make mistakes. But it's just like what I told you all last week about somebody wanting me to come to Maryland. Matter of fact, why don't I just bring that story on out my hat? Since we're talking about a hypothetical. Somebody wants me to come to Maryland. And I said, I'm not going nowhere. Because I'm not, first of all, going to see somebody I do not know. And I'm not going to be dependent on you to pay for everything on that trip. As far as my food, transportation, a hotel room. I don't think you make enough money to put me up in a hotel for a whole week. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I said, because what I would hate is to get up there and then you tell me you do not have enough money for a hotel room, night one. I got to stay at the house where you're staying, which is with other people, which is a no-no. Queen don't rock like that. Now I'm pissed off because I now got to sleep, eat, walk around in my night clothes, use a bathroom in somebody else's house, stepping over other people. Queen don't get down like that. I'm 49 years of age. You don't have your own address. We don't have anything to talk about. It's nothing personal. It's not that you're a bad person, but I'm not ducking around with my life, going up in trap houses and people houses where other people live, and I don't know nothing about what you got going on. That's okay, humbly. So this story that we're talking about is a perfect example of an offer that came to me. Then the person changed it up and said, well, maybe I could come down there and see you. No, you can't come here either. You can't come here either. I don't want you coming here. I'm right now wanting to get away somewhere and visit somebody. So if I had to talk to him long enough and build a rapport where I thought I could trust him to go to Maryland, I would gladly go to Maryland. That's not the problem. But I don't know you. And right now you don't have your own. So I'm not getting ready to subject myself to something I do not know anything about. And I'm not staying in a house with other people. And I told him too, with COVID going on, I don't want to just sit in a hotel room all day. I want to be able to get out, see the sights, see the sounds. You work all day. You're not going to be able to take me around so I can see the sights. It'll be dark 30 by the time you get out, for work. What's going to be open? But maybe a restaurant or two, if they're even open. Hell no. I'm going to be right chimp. I'm not going nowhere. I done did that in my young life. I went to Toronto. I don't know if I told you all about that. A guy I met in Chicago, met him at a reggae club, and I took my fast tail on up, and somebody called me fast, took my old fast tail on up to Toronto, a whole nother country. A whole nother country. And let me tell you, that son of a, you know what, turned on me when I was in Toronto in his apartment. So see, this is what I'm trying to tell you. You have to be very careful going far away with people you do not know. Hell no. Hell no. I'm not going nowhere. I'm not going 3 hours to stay in nobody's house, hotel, and I ain't going 10, 12 hours up to Maryland, however far it is from here. Hell no. I'd have to know you very well. I'd have to know that you living right. You ain't got no hanky-panky stuff going on. And even then, that doesn't mean anything, because once I'm out of this Tennessee, all bets are off, and you can do whatever you want to me once I get there where I'm going. And I'm not trying to end up no damn Dateline story. Oxygen either. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. You keep hearing all these horrible stories of people getting jacked up, robbed, cut up, unidentified, because they fool with the wrong kind of people. And I'm just not trying to be, I don't want to be one of them stories. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And I can get hurt right here in Tennessee. I don't have to travel to Maryland or Georgia or somewhere to get hurt. I can just fool with the wrong joker here and invite him to my apartment. He get to talking crazy, get flipped, knock me out, beat me up, cut me up, shoot me. You don't know. You don't know how it's going to go. So that's what I'm sitting here saying with this story right here. With this right here, there's no way I'd have went out of town 3 hours with no bum. Tell you that now. No, baby. You got to show the queen you got mad paper in your pocket. Mad paper in your pocket for me to even think we just getting ready to go eat lunch and come back. You don't go travel nowhere farther than 20 minutes with somebody you really don't know. I don't know about that case, baby. That Leela Cabot. Ain't going nowhere with nobody. We can go eat lunch somewhere local, dinner local. That's as far as it's going. And nobody gonna have me stuffed in no damn plastic bag. Because I'm tired of these stories. Right, your comfort zone. And a person knows that. That once you out of peripheral, they can do whatever they want to you. You think honey, people get turned on every day. You hear all these crazy stories of women uprooting their lives to move with a guy out of town. He invite her to come visit or tell her to come move with him. She moved there. She ain't got no friends, no family. She don't know nobody. And next thing you know, he starts talking crazy, acting possessive. Then he putting his hands on her. Now she's stuck and got to find a way to get her ass out of there and get herself back home. Tierra Collier. Oh, Tierra, Lord. Baby. Okay, we're talking about Miss Smith. The lady who was stranded in Nashville Sunday, and her son was allegedly kidnapped and taken to a Goodwill in South Haven, Mississippi, and dropped off. She was stranded because she went on a date with a guy from Memphis. They left Memphis, rode together. He turned on her and left her destitute in Nashville. And some people reached out to her through Facebook and activists, and they got her home. And now 2 people have been arrested. The said guy and his alleged girlfriend, who he lied to her about, said was his sister, where she dropped her child off to them on Sunday. So it's just a bunch of mess, honey. HOTTTTTTT. She probably listening. She probably in my live. You know that black woman on YouTube? She just talking about you. Oh, you think it's suspect already? And you just new to the room. Lord have mercy. The devil's a liar. 22 in the room, 24 thumbs up. Y'all must be bored. Y'all jumping on coming in the Queen's house. Please say hello. I know some of y'all in the bushes. I don't mind. She's been missing for a few months now. Found her baby boy wandering in an apartment complex alone in just a diaper and t-shirt. Ooh, Lord, I had to look that up. Lord have mercy. I can't hear no more of these stories about these people and these babies. That's why y'all haven't seen me talk much about anything pertaining to children the past couple of weeks. I get so burnt out talking about them children, man. I'm buffering. I can't deal with talking about kids and stuff. I can't deal with it. I swear. I'm almost 2 hours in on this live. I'm sure if people log on, they're gonna be like, "Woo, she got crunk." Because I'm tired of these stories. I'm tired of these stories about kids. I'm tired of these stories about these trifling women. I'm just tired. Smith and Wesson. Wait a minute. You ain't thought you got you a gun. You gone humbly melanated. But you got you a GUN. You gonna need it today because these folks, these rascals out here are crazy. Here in Philly, it's a boy king missing. Her been dead for months. Oh Lord, girl. Ooh, it's terrible. And nobody can find him. Oh Lord, that's terrible. See, I don't like these stories. I don't like these stories about these children. I can't stand these stories about these kids. I'm sick of hearing these stories about these people killing their kids, beating their kids, abusing their kids, man. And you know I'm thinking about this story here. Why you got so many kids? What is going on? Passed the lie detector test and all on TV. Oh, okay. This girl got a lot of children here. Nietzsche says 3 of them dead. Nietzsche, how you know that? Did she tell you how they died? Did she say how they passed away, Nietzsche? Nietzsche, wake up out there. Because you the star reporter on this channel. Because you know you stay in the know. I forgot you right down there with them folks. I know the streets is talking down in Memphis. And my folks down there in Memphis too. I might go on my Facebook and go start going to folks' messenger and start asking them, y'all know that girl? Y'all know anything about that gal? I sure will. Y'all know anything about, as they love to say in Alabama, that girl. The hell? What the hell is a girl? I ain't heard that word since I was a little girl growing up in Chicago. My godmama would say that. She was an old lady. Okay. My godmama used to say that growing up in Chicago. She'd be like, girl. And I used to be like, ooh, Miss Black, what is you saying? So when now I look up and I covered that case of cupcake last year, and all I saw on them Facebook pages just was good. I was like, if you helpers don't pronounce that word right, nature by nature, damn. Well, I ain't saying good. We is not about to give up, pay that. You know, I have a little southern drawl, but we is not getting ready to be using the word good. Because then that mean I done just gave it all the way up. I'm just done went show enough countrified. Girl, what you doing, girl? Because you know they already sing up here. It's a country slang. Well, hell, these little country ass gals up here, they sing. Them little project gals, they know they love to sing, honey. They cannot talk. I know that sounds horrible what I just said, but I said it. Honey, you see me, honey, give me pocketbook. They do. These little ghetto girls, they sing when they talk. You know I make some expressions, don't I? Honey, you look. I'm sitting here talking to y'all, looking at your comments. I ain't doing nothing but looking in the mirror at myself, beautifying myself, looking and talking to y'all like I'm talking to the damn mirror. And honey, he came over, honey. We smoked a blunt big. Look, y'all want me to get ghetto ratchet like how they do up here in the South, in East Tennessee. I'm gonna show you how they act. Honey, good, he came over, baby. Honey, he brought a blunt, baby. He brought a blunt, baby. Ooh, baby. He brought a blunt. Ooh, we going to the mall, honey. You don't want to give me some new Jordans. Honey, give me some new Jordans. Baby, you better get some stilettos. Nobody want to see your funky feet in those damn tennis shoes. Bye, Felicia. Oh, what you said, Zenobia? They sing up there too. I can't stand it. All that moving around when they talk. Nietzsche said they hate on the South. Because Nietzsche, they do stuff down here, baby. They just don't do nowhere else. I'm sorry. I was watching this dude YouTube channel. Soon as he was talking tonight, I knew he wasn't from the South because he said, look at how they talk to each other. Because he was talking about some rappers or somebody. And he said they calling each other names and stuff. And I thought, honey, you just don't know. South Carolina. Who is South Carolina? Zenobia, you ain't in South Carolina. I thought you was in Virginia. Girl, I laugh at myself. Do you know what I do? This is why I don't get no sleep. So I got a bag up under my eye. I leave here. Oh, you from South Carolina. Oh, South Kakalaki. Damn Geechee. See, people in the live probably don't even know what the hell that is. Zenobia, you a Geechee. Damn, Zenobia's a damn Geechee. Oh, Lord, I can't say it. I can't. Woo, she said right. Okay, so they sing. That's how they do in the South. They sing. The girls sing. They don't know how to talk. Honey, you're a baby. Honey, girl. I could just take a hammer and just like, shut up. The hell you saying? Damn. Your ass don't know how to talk. Talk like you finished the damn 5th grade. And every time somebody meet me, they'll say, oh my gosh, you're not from here. You have a northern accent. No, boo-boo, I speak correct English. Been here since I was 11, on and off. I just don't use slang all the time. Oh, yeah, them young folks, baby. It's like a rap video on 60. Do you hear me? When you're the young people talk, you be like, what are they talking about? They get on Facebook posting all these words for stuff you don't know. Like, oh, he on fleek. Then it's capping. I just be like, what are they talking about? Somebody help me out. I'm drowning. I don't know what they're saying. I don't know what they're talking about. I remember I didn't even know what is it, shaking my head meant years ago when they first came out with that, because I wasn't into social media and all that kind of stuff. That was around 08, 09, 2010, 2011. Somewhere around there, 2011. This guy sent me a text. And I think it might have been LOL or shaking my head. I didn't know what the hell he's talking about. I thought, excuse me? Okay, whatever. You all know I like to poke fun. I mean, this is a serious situation only because it's pertaining to a child. And as I stated to you just now, I really wouldn't. I don't even know how to say it. I'm just to the point, just from gathering this information, I'm just like, I don't even really give a damn. I'm just more concerned about the child. He called you a Geechee. Did he? Wait a minute, let me read what you said about it. My dad just called me a Geechee a couple of days ago and told me I would develop a slip tongue because I love eating rice a lot. You reminded me just now. Oh, okay. And humbly, what did you tell me you were? You know I'm getting old, child. I can't remember stuff. Goddamn dementia this early. Fooling with you, children. Woo! I'm like Miss Sophia, y'all. Don't get me crunk. Get my children out of here. Florence, South Carolina. Okay. One of my friends just jumped on my Facebook page this morning. Cedric. You see how I had that draw? Cedric. He just jumped on my page. Liking one of my posts of one of my college mates. I was in a picture with a college friend. We all went to college together. Dang, I told him on that, I said, dang, where you been? He ain't like none of my posts and that. I'm like, where the hell he been? The hell he got going on in South Kakalaki, Columbia. It's not Charleston. I think he's in Columbia. Went to college together. Cedric was a little hell raiser when he was in college with his little fine self. He sure was. He was a tough guy. Let me put it like that. He was a tough guy. But he seems, nice. I don't really know him well because I haven't seen him in years. But I tell y'all, my head is hurting. You from Bennettsville, South Carolina. That's Miss Zenobia. I got all these old South Carolina folks up in the room. All these damn geechies up in here. What? I got all these damn geechies up in here. Ooh. What I was going to do with y'all? I know what. When I go out of town, they do laugh at my accent. Queen and Zenobia. Do you know any smoots? I do not. I don't know any folks' last names. Them geechies I know. What other hell? I'm trying to think them guys' last name. Them some funny looking old black men I ever seen in my life. No smoots. But I'll ask around. I do not. I sure enjoy talking to you all. Y'all make me laugh, honey. Y'all makes me laugh. Oh, Zenobia ain't studying you. Love you too, darlings. Love you too. Ooh, too bad we all can't get in the room. London B's in North Carolina. Somebody told me I should move to Charlotte. Somebody, you do good in Charlotte. Instead of Atlanta, you don't need to go to Atlanta. Because my aunt, she's like an aunt to me. She lives in Atlanta. And she keeps telling me, don't come down here. I don't want nothing bad to happen to you. These men are crazy, blah, blah, blah. See my message. Why, you sent me something through Instagram, darling. One of y'all jumped on Instagram tonight. One of my other little girls, one of my little fans, sent me something about a case. About that little light-skinned baby, that little mixed baby, or something missing or something going on with that baby. Is that the one with the stroll in the water or something? I can't keep up with all this. That's why I don't like talking about this. Cheering all the time. I can't do it. Just every day. Just these cheering is too much. Children, excuse me. See, y'all got me talking Southern drawl. I feels like singing, Miss Seeley. Y'all don't want me to get started. Look, we got to like the chat because we keep talking about this. My head is starting to hurt. I'm serious. I got to take some ibuprofen. I meant to take some before I jumped on because I can't just keep talking about this sickness. I can't do it. Y'all still want to keep talking about this heifer. Somebody probably told her, there's a lady on that YouTube. She's not nice. I'm just calling a spade a spade. It's something ain't right about this. The Real Housewives of Potomac. Oh, Lord. I ain't watched them heifers. I can't download them on YouTube like I want to. They show me the clips of what's been going on, but they don't show the whole episode. Them heifers in Salt Lake City, I don't know where they got them them wet rats. Them some rats. There's some rats over there. There's something wrong with them women. Ooh. All this work they got going on and call themselves Mormons or whatever you call it. I'm confused. I'm utterly confused. I'm utterly confused with these heifers. Okay, Jamal Bryant. What is your Facebook name? The same here, Queen. No. I keep that hidden. I've had too many problems with the Facebook. You can reach me on Instagram if you like, Big Sexy 71. I'm on Instagram because I've had some crazy stuff I dealt with dealing with Cupcake. I can't go back to that. A lot of crazy foolishness. People reaching out to me, acting very strange and peculiar. All kind of stuff that's I was just like, wait a minute now. Y'all ain't getting ready to suck me down in the abyss with all this old foolishness. No offense, but some people are not wrapped very well. And I learned that when I was covering the death of Camille on this channel. It was just some crazy folks coming out the woodworks. Nobody could tell me the devil wasn't busy pertaining to that case. Well, humbly, you ain't got IG. You can go in it. Can't you just go in? You gotta have an app. You gotta download the app. You gotta download the app. Baby, go and get on IG. The rest of the young folks on it. As I was listening to Mo 3, God rest his soul, I was watching a video with him talking to this guy called The Jumper. And he was talking about, yeah, that's the new thing. Younger rappers on IG. Old school stay on the Facebook. Boy, I was screaming because he sure wasn't telling no lie. IG, everybody and their mama get on Instagram, shaking their tail feather, letting all their goodies hang out. These gals is something else, honey. I mean, it's showing up a new day. We are in a society that caters more to young people, Generation X, as they call them. It's wicked. Really, I feel sorry for some of these young people because they ain't got a clue of what the hell's going on in the world. They gone. They gone all day. They don't realize there's nothing wrong with. Well, I got on late. I just got on the 18, baby. So how about that? I was an old cat when I got on social media. I didn't know nothing about no apps. I didn't know nothing about nothing. The queen was just happy with a stereo, TV, a DVD player. Do you understand what I'm saying? I was content with just that. I didn't care nothing about none of this stuff. Now, I watched YouTube from way back, probably around 14, I got on YouTube. Around the time when my father, let me see, who was that? My mama died at 14. So that's when I got familiar with YouTube. I watched little videos, different things. Well, I wasn't into none of this social media, Instagram, and all of that kind of stuff. Facebook, I ain't care nothing about that stuff. And every blue moon, I jump off Facebook. I don't really care for none of that stuff. Yeah, I got my DVD player. It's wrapped up now in a box, but I got a lot of movies right now I haven't even watched. I got rid of some a few months back. I gave it to somebody from church. I keep the movies around in case something jump off. Can't watch, TV, whatever. So you never know what can happen. I always try to keep a DVD player. And that DVD player I got, it came from Walmart. It talks so damn annoying. All that pause, play, stop, all that goodbye, Cable 4 years ago. Well, a lot of people not using cable. A lot of people just don't have the money for it. Then some people say they don't watch TV. But one thing I don't like is looking at my phone all day. That's just a no-no for me. I check stuff, notifications naturally through the phone. But when I watch YouTube videos, I cast them to my TV. That was the best invention they ever made. I cast my content from YouTube to my big TV because I am not sitting here looking at no phone, at no videos. Oh, Nitra said 7 years ago. So how y'all watching stuff? YouTube? I got the Roku box, and that Roku box ain't even getting no work except for the YouTube content I've been on watching other YouTubers lately, TV shows, because I'm a big reality TV fan. I love reality TV. Got me watching Love and Lock Up and that's all kind of stuff. Let me tell you something I was looking at last night. I was eating dinner. I turned the Roku box on. I just let the cue play itself out. This old stupid show on TLC about some gypsies. I thought, what the hell is this? Who in the hell told TLC to put them folks on that TV screen? Oh, chatting through your phone, right, Lita? Well, Lita, I was trying to comment to this other dude that jumped on my channel just now. He's got a YouTube channel. I just subscribed to him today. And I was trying to type in something to comment on his channel today, but I couldn't type. I couldn't type in. It wouldn't let me type because I was casting it through the TV. And I could have sworn I've typed on my phone before. Maybe I didn't, but it would not let me post a comment for some reason. Yo, Atlanta Housewives channels. What you mean, baby? Hold on, man. Let me see what you're saying. That's why I had asked about your Facebook so I can send you the name of my Atlanta Housewives channels. What you mean your Housewives channels? What you mean? I'm sick of them heifers too. They already getting crunk on Atlanta. Kenya with her wagging mouth. I'm sick of her. I do not like a she. I do not like her. Oh, well, if it's a new channel, he probably have it on the kids channel setting. Yeah, but everybody else comment was on there. Is what I'm saying, because when you go in it, it'll say such and such number of comments, and then when I hit the comment box, I can't comment for some reason. Then I went to somebody else's channel and did it. So then I logged out my TV and just went on my notifications, for the videos that sent me notifications. I went in there, opened them up, act like I was gonna make a comment, and I could comment, but I can't comment when it's casted to my TV. That's what I can understand. That's odd, and I don't remember doing that. Have any one of you ladies seen the show, the ACT? No, I haven't, baby. I ain't been watching those shows, but guess what? There's a new movie coming out today at the theater. If you got a movie theater open, and it looks like it's good. It's got what's that white girl name? Oh, Ben Affleck's old wife. She is getting involved with this black dude, and she a dirty cop, and she crazy. Damn, I can't think of the name of it. Just saw the preview last night. Oh, I can't wait to see it. I'm going to find me some victim to take me to the movies. Look. Wait a minute. Lita said she won't be in no movie theater. Hell, ain't nobody going to be in there. You might as well go on in there. Ain't nobody going to be in there. Fatal. Nature. Damn, Nature. Nature, you stay up on everything. That's the name of it. Everybody in the chat, the new movie is called Fatal, coming out today in a local theater near you. I can't wait to see it. I'm going to find me a boy toy. Take me to the picture show. I'll be in there with my mask on. She said, what? It's a good show. It's based on a true story. It's a movie out too. Can't remember the name. Okay. I see Meryl Streep got a new movie coming out too. I like her. She's a good actress. It's her and some old friends meet up and they think she's changed or she's acting different. It's just like a good little movie. We talk about everything on this channel. So now that I have you all in the chat, 24 people and 24 thumbs up, thank you so much. With the subject that we were talking about at hand, about Miss Antoinette Smith, I would like everybody to raise their hand if they think she went to Nashville knowing she was going to prostitute. That is the question in the chat. I rode by a park in Wellington and it was full. Everyone had no mask on. Oh, wow. Well, people doing what they want. That's why COVID is so bad. I don't see COVID leaving either. I think it's just a matter of you're going to have a vaccination or you're just going to roll the dice to see if you get it or not. And that's what I believe. For those in the chat, the question is, do you believe Miss Smith went to Nashville to prostitute with Mr. Fitzgerald? Please say yes or no. I'm waiting. Nitra says no. Lita says yes and no. So, Nita, you think what? She was misled? Humble says she's not sure. So I got in between answers. 2 I don't knows. Nitra says no. Nitra, why do you think she did not know that he was going to use her? I do think she owed him something. Yeah, I think that's possibly what the problem is. I think that too. Just from this comment about the ransom and calling the auntie, because that just seems a bit extreme. You had an issue with this girl about whatever it was. And then now you travel back to Memphis and you're calling the auntie to say, hey, I got this kid. I need the money, some money. Something is very off with that. And I do believe that she owes him money for something. And I really don't think it has anything to do with her prostituting for him. I think it may be drug related. It's something. I could be wrong, you know. Oh my God. What's the name of that? What y'all talking about in the chat? Y'all know when y'all get together. Ooh, shut your mouth. What am I doing with my fans? Well, I guess eventually we will see who's telling the truth about what exactly. What this young lady, Miss Turner, is going to tell the district attorney and the detectives about her role in this kidnapping of this child, how it all unfolded, how it all came to be. Because God knows it's going to be a really bad situation if this Miss Turner has children. Oh my gosh, what's the name of that? I'm going back in the chat. Wait a minute, see what the movie you're talking about. The town, the act. Why I call it ACT? Where I can find that? I'll have to Google it. So I'm gonna look that up. The act. But I wouldn't mind going to the movies. I haven't been to the movies in a long time. I'd love to go to the movies and see something. Give me something to do. I'm tired of sitting in this house because I ain't trying to get big and blow up. Sorry, I am not. Well, you guys, I'm 2 hours and 22 minutes in. I've got 22 of you all hanging on, 24 thumbs up. I don't know if I want to get out of here or not, but I do know we have talked about some serious stuff this evening on both lives, and I don't know what's going to come of this case. As I state, the article states on Channel 16 News that the investigation is still ongoing. They do expect others to be involved or another party to be involved. So I don't know who that said person is going to be arrested. But I tell you what, them phone records don't lie, baby. Them texts don't lie. They don't lie. And they'll pull up everything you done ever said on that book and through that telephone. I told you all this, didn't I? Didn't I just say that to you all the other day? You take for granted talking on your telephone. You take for granted talking to people on IG. You take for granted on that Twitter. You take for granted sending people messages on Facebook and through Messenger. You don't ever think that the detectives or the police or the FBI would ever get a hold of your phone and repeat back to you verbatim what you said to somebody in privacy. Because let me tell you something. That's the one thing you do not ever want. Is somebody to quote what you said in private. Period. Okay, I have y'all comments off for a minute. So you see, we take a lot for granted as people. We take for granted dealing with people. We take for granted they're gonna do right by us. We take a lot for granted. And I've told people that. I just said that to somebody recently about their stinking phone. You don't know what can happen to your cell phone. Somebody sending you stuff, anything can happen, and lo and behold, they get the phone stolen. You see what I'm saying? Oh, it's locked. Don't matter. Might be stuff in there that folks don't need to see if they could unlock your damn phone. Y'all don't nobody think about nothing. I get tired of talking to people like I'm talking to kids. Leader said, "Let's talk, Queen." Well, you got to come on IG, baby, and holler at me. Veronica, you gone? Okay, I'm gonna check out of here too, I guess, because it is 2 hours and 24 minutes in. Some of y'all need to get up for the new day, work and everything. But I want to tell you all, I have enjoyed talking to you. I am befuddled with this case. I'm 2 minutes from just hollering and saying the hell with it all because it's starting to get ignorant to me now. And as I state, I'm glad the child is okay. I'm glad that the child wasn't harmed that we know of. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know what the child has been through. I don't know what kind of life he had. As I said, pictures I saw 2 years ago on the page with the mother, he seemed like, she doted on him and everything. Okay, Nitra, thanks a lot for joining me. She seemed to have doted on her child and everything. But as I state with those pictures, oh, okay. The fact that you're looking at Facebook pictures, you're seeing a mother dote on her children, dote on this little boy Sergio. So you're thinking, well, it's like she loved her kid. But then once all this stuff unfolds, you start hearing about other children, and then you're starting to wonder where those children are. Now you go to Facebook, you're hearing about more children. So now you're confused, like what's really going on? Where are all these kids at? Where is the fathers? Why don't the mother have all her children? And how is the one child that you've been doting on that's in your custody, obviously, it's the one child that you would leave with strangers, and then they would go try to get ransom for that same baby. And then when they didn't get their way or get their money, they dropped the child off as a damn goodwill. I mean, yeah, you get an eyeful, and this is what I'm saying. This is crazy. Love you, honey. Love you, Queen. I'll inbox you tomorrow. Okay, that's cool. See, this is what's crazy to me. It's that the one child she has and hoop and holler to the news is all she got, or to the Facebook, whomever lives. It's the same child that was with strangers. Good night, baby. The baby was with strangers, and then the baby had an attempt ransom put on his head because you have done something or thought of not to do something in the eye of Mr. Fitzgerald. And to me, that is dangerous as hell. That this guy felt like you owed him money. You owed him money. You owed him something. It doesn't have to be nothing to me, but to him, he felt like you owed him something. Maybe he's a psychopath, he crazy as hell, sociopath, whatever. But yes, something is foul because it goes deeper now than just he took you up there, he hoodwinked you, he put you out, you got back. But now we found out through the young lady as well, the girlfriend, that he reached out to your relative, your aunt, and tried to ransom off your child. So see, it goes deeper than just he put your ass out up there in Nashville because you wouldn't prostitute. What would possess Mr. Fitzgerald to come back from that city and try to ransom off your baby? You mean to tell me it's just because you wouldn't work for him? And that leaves one to think, how is it that he felt you owed him? Because it makes no sense to take somebody somewhere on a date. I don't care if it's 10 minutes up the road, 2 hours, 3 hours up the road. He knew you didn't have no money, so you say. So what would make him, one, turn on you to prostitute, get an attitude? Now you mentioned something about drugs on the live that I missed. So we now gone from turning on you, wanting you to prostitute, threw you out, mentions that the child is with the girlfriend instead of the sister. Then he goes and try to ransom your child off. All this because you wouldn't prostitute? Come on now. Something is terribly wrong with this. Terribly much, baby. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't want to make you have to be alive, Miss Smith. But you have to admit, if you were an outsider and you were listening to this story, you can't tell me in your right mind you would think something is not amiss with this story. And my main concern is the child, that he will be in the proper care of someone who will love him and look after him and care about his well being all the time. Because you see, you already alluded to the fact in your Facebook Live with Miss Beers that your other children had been in a similar situation. And I think you slipped up when you said that and you did not elaborate what you meant. So one would have to ask themselves, what the hell did you mean by that? And why is this stranger thinking you owe him something as far as sex and money, and then would also go and ransom off your baby. And then when he didn't get the money, he would drop your baby off at the Goodwill. That's some heartless shit right there. Heartless. And I hope for your sake you have been telling the truth. Because what is going to be sad is that you got all these people rallying behind you and wanting to believe in you, don't know you, and you went up there all along knowing you went up there to work for that man, and or you in cahoots with whatever else scheme, scam, I don't know. All I'm saying, something doesn't make sense. Right. If something else happened with the children, what was it? And why don't you have custody of your other children? Good night, Joelle. Love you, honey. Thanks for joining me. What happened with your other kids? What happened with your other kids? Why do you not have custody of your children? Why are you really in Memphis, Tennessee? How long you been in Memphis? See, all those things are pertinent. And getting on Facebook talking ratchet, saying nasty stuff and cussing at folks, that's not the behavior of a decent person. That's not the behavior of somebody who just went through a traumatic experience of getting dumped off in another city. You could have been harmed up there in Nashville. Somebody could have hurt you. And these crazy people down here in Memphis could have hurt your child. So you going to Facebook cussing and ranting and raving, to me that's inappropriate. And it also tells me a lot about you. That you don't have good thinking skills. Because somebody facing this type of scrutiny from the public and just went through a harrowing situation and stranded in the dark with strange people, don't know them, and the only thing they can think to do is rant and rave on Facebook and cuss out folks. It's illogical to me. To me, it's irresponsible, it's disrespectful to yourself. It's disrespectful to your child and your children because of what you just went through. So you say. You all like, share, subscribe, drop your comments below. Thanks for joining me. This is the Queen all day, every day, unscripted, unedited. I bring you the 411 the best of my ability. Sometimes it's the 211. But it's up to you to decide what is the truth and what is not the truth. Good night, everybody in the chat. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for following me. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for the super chats. Thanks for following the Queen. You all be safe out there. Have a wonderful Friday wherever you are. God bless you. When I get an update to this said information or anything new, I will bring it to you, or I may even post it to my board on YouTube. Thanking YouTube for the partnership. Thanking God for being alive and well. Amen. And thanking you all for the support and the wonderful comments. I love all of you, and God bless you. Anytime you want to chat with the Queen, log over to IG, Big Sexy 71, and holler at me, drop a line, or we can video chat. I got the time. You got the dime, I got the time. Thanks a lot for everything. God bless all of you. I'm out of here. Everyday shenanigans. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye.